do and be the best that you want to be. This plan has empowered us to be well. Some of us get to be here today because of this plan. I'm going to speak another minute, but can you guys let Kathy Jordan head this way?
Absolutely. I'm going to take a right on out. Come on, kid.
For those of you who have not met my president, can you want to slide around, Pat? For those of you who have not met the president of the Florida Cannabis Action Network, her name is Kathy Jordan, and 27 plus years ago, she realized that if she had access to cannabis, that it was going to save her life. Kathy Jordan was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease in 1986, and 3 years later she came to Florida. She left her husband, a dying woman, to come to Florida to save enough of her pain, enough for muscle relaxants to go home and die with dignity. Bobby, her husband, my dear loving friend,
Bobby, all right.
put his dying wife on a plane. She came to Florida, and a friend said, you know what, Kathy, cannabis is doing amazing things for people. You should try it. She smoked a cannabis called Mayaca Gold. And if you haven't met Donnie Clark, we're very, very blessed today to have Donnie Clark here. Donnie Clark grew the cannabis that saved Kathy's life. But the story didn't end there, because the feds came to Donnie's family and told Donnie that if he wasn't going to basically rat on his family and friends, that he was going to serve life in prison. So we're grateful today to Bill Clinton, who pardoned Donnie Clark on the last day of his term in office. But the miracle here today is the man that grew the cannabis, who saved Kathy's life, got life in prison. And today we can all be here together. Because if you're out, you're in. And if you're in, you're out. And we're just going to talk about it until they do something about it. And we're not going to be quiet. Kathy, would you like to say something today? A word from our president.
Now, really, this year is the year we need to hold all of our politicians responsible. They said they will work with us this year. So, the Republican Party does not work with us. Give us legal safe access by Easter. Then we will have to join that morning. But I have to say that means many millions of dollars, and I have to work with the Senate. And I intend to tell them, look, when it's between smoking a joint, which is one thing, and dying for a joint, which is another. You know, you have to put the politics behind. You know, it's not like Democrats only get sick, or Republicans only get sick. Yeah. We all get sick. Right. And, you know, if you're not going to investigate it, then get out of office. So that's why later when we will be leaving and changing. And anyone that is not on board will be on our website. And there will be the color orange. But the orange is wrong. But I'm so grateful you all came in here tonight. And Florida kid and the race we are all going to get together and we are going to knock them out this year. We are going to hold our officials to whatever standard. I mean, I'm not even going to be nice. The girls grow up this year. Just tell me, are you in favor or your kids are blood? And then I can donate my work. I like you, sir. And I thank you all for coming. Everyone, talk about it.
Thank you. Well, we do have some folks that came out today that I want to recognize. I'm going to start with Isabella Wright. Isabella, would you raise your hand? Isabella is running for Florida House of Representatives as the Democratic nominee from Palm Bay. She's here because she knows that in her campaign it's okay to talk about it. Has Adrian made it here yet today?
Not yet.
Before you leave, make sure you meet Adrian Weil. He is the Libertarian candidate for governor. Charlie Crist didn't make it, but I assure you John Morgan was invited. Let's see. I'd like everybody to kind of know the Florida Cannabis Action Network Board of Directors, so I'm just going to give them a kind of a high five and a wave before we cut the ribbon. Bobo, can you shake and wave? Bobo is our treasurer. We thank him very much for the dedicated work that keeps us going.
Thank you.
Chris Spring is our first vice president. Wherever the president can't be, Chris goes, including being our liaison with the Cocoa Beach Chamber of Commerce. David McKinney is our secretary. He has the dubious honor of being my husband. I'll tell you what, I ask the people who love me the most, don't pray for me. Because there's a lot of people who aren't here today that are out there praying for me and my success. Pray for David. He has to put up with me. He's the one that needs the prayers of our friends and family. We also have from our advisory board, where's our advisory board? Frank, from our Veterans Committee. Frank. We have Mike Minardi, who is our legal representative. We have Bob Jordan here, Kathy's husband. And our final honoree today is Cheryl with the Chamber of Commerce. Where's Cheryl?
Thanks, Cheryl. All right.
Glad to be part of the Chamber of Commerce. We're not going to do any more speeches.
David.
My team, David.
You got a green shirt, it confused
You're
me.
right.
Yeah.
Yay, David! We have multiple Davids. David Jones, come to this side.
There you go.
This is David Jones, our communications director. He's